Hey, what's going on, folks? Mr. Mom. First up, I want to start off by saying thanks to all my subscribers. You know, I usually forget to say that at the end of most of my videos, so, you know, apologize for that. But thanks for spending a couple minutes of your day with old Mr. Mom talking about fish tanks, guys. So, did want to go over some filtration stuff because, again, I've been getting questions. I love questions, guys. Leave me questions, comments, you know, something you want me to talk about. You know, just try and keep it about fish tanks. Sorry, I can't, you know, give you marital advice. Or financial decisions advice, but I can give you plan advice, people. So, oh, and just one more thing I wanted to throw out there, just real quick. I'm going to throw it out there. Let it settle how you want. We sell plants here, firedupaquatics.net, people. Big shipment coming in tomorrow. It was a day late because of the holiday, so big shipment coming in tomorrow. If you're interested in looking at some plants, Fired Up Aquatics. So as far as filtration goes, guys, it's pretty simple. I mean, every tank needs to be filtered. We know that. Let's say the 29 gallon is the cutoff for big and small tanks, okay? Anything under a 29 gallon, I think you're perfectly fine with like back filters and stuff. Back filters do fine, you know. My biggest thing is just overfiltrate, underpopulate. That's my way of life on fish tanks and filtration is overfiltrate, underpopulate. So basically, I mean, if you got under a 29 gallon, if you can, you know, get some back filters that are running 60, 70 gallon rating, then run them. Back filters do fine. They have a little drawbacks. That's why I don't like running them, primarily on bigger tanks. On bigger tanks, again, anything over 29, I strongly recommend, using a canister filter at least. For one, they're just, you can fit a lot more media generally into most canister filters. And, it's easier with a canister filter also to overfiltrate. Like, for instance, this is a 40-gallon tank, and I have a canister filter on here that's rated for 100 gallon. And that's fine. Plus, I've got an AquaClear 70 back filter on there just for some extra filtration and, some extra water movement. But another good thing about canister filters on bigger tanks, guys, is that most of them come with, the wands or the spray bars, whatever. And they kind of actually direct water. They're kind of like another, pump or water pusher in there, getting a little bit more current and flow. And it's all about, taking rid of the, getting rid of the dead spots in your tank. You want a nice, gentle flow and current in your tank, as you can see on those leads on the compact hydro I have. So that's a good thing about canister filters over back filters that just kind of waterfall and drop into your tank. They don't really give you a good, flow like canister filters help you do. And then another thing is obviously the media that you put in there. The biggest thing is I don't run carbon. I don't run carbon because it strips nutrients out of the water column. And basically, that's what carbon's for, is to clear your tank. It's to make your water clear. And if you got healthy plants growing in your tank, a lot of nice healthy plants growing, they're basically going to do the same thing that carbon is designed to do. They're going to absorb those nutrients and use them for food, whereas carbon is just going to strip them out of your water and, get rid of them. So you want those nutrients in your tank when you have plants. Just remember that. Don't use carbon in your filtration if, you're having to plant a tank, in my opinion. I'm sure there's people that will argue with me about that, but, in my opinion and in my experience, I don't use carbon. So I do use bio balls, those like ceramic, bio ball things, and I use sponge filters. That's all I use in my filtration, period. That's all that's in the canister and the back filter. So that's it, guys. That's my rant about filtration. Biggest thing is overfiltrate, underpopulate, guys, and you'll pretty much have it made. So get your plants in there, get them growing up. You know where to buy them if you need them. If I didn't mention that before, I probably did. And yeah, thanks to all the subscribers. Leave me your questions, your comments. Let me know what you want to hear me ramble about, guys. I know my educated speech patterns about planted fish tanks are so enthralling that you want to see more. So what we got, guys. J Flesh Tanks, Mr. Mom Tanks. Thanks for coming out. Peace.